Good day and welcome to your favorite sport program on TV, 360 Sports. We want to say a big thank you for our viewers across the globe that have been watching us on all our social media platforms, for keeping in touch with us and some dropping comments as regards to how fantastic the program has been. Today is not going to be different because we are looking at something interesting, something that has been trending for the past weeks, and that has to do with the latest CAF verdict on the ordeal between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Libya. And someone to talk about this is a very experienced FIFA recognized sport journalist, Kunle Solaja. He's here waiting for us. Kunle, it's good to have you on the show, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, we spoke before now about the verdict, and now that the verdict is out, I'm sure, what's your own expert opinion? And do you think CAF follow the laid down rules as regards to issues like this?
Well, thank you very much. I think the verdict is okay, only that it was very, very mild, in the sense that we only look at the sporting aspect of it. But there's also the other one that is even more important than the sporting aspect. Nigeria has been given the 3 points and 3 goals, which means the Libyans forfeited that match because they made it impossible for that fixture to hold. But as far as that is concerned, that's still okay. It's also okay that they have already also awarded 50,000 US dollar fine on the Libya Football Federation. That's okay. The third aspect of it, which was to make Libya play their next 3 matches behind closed doors, the CAF Executive Committee decided to resign on that one and cut that one off. To me, that is improper. Improper in the sense that the Libyans have really proved that they are serial offenders in handling visiting teams. It's not just Nigeria alone. Before Nigeria, there was this incident between Hali Tripoli and the Simba Lions of Tanzania, in which the Tanzanians were molested. And because of that, that club now has now been fined 20,000 US dollars, in addition of compelling them to play their next 2 home matches in the CAF Confederation Cup behind closed doors. So that shows you that Libya is not a very good place for international football as at now, until they have a change of attitude. That is as far as the sporting aspect is concerned. But in the case of Nigeria, there's even a more fundamental issue: the risk to life. The evidence by the pilot was so heavy that I expect the Nigerian government to even go more than what CAF has done, because they put the lives of Nigerians and an aircraft belonging to Nigerian entrepreneur. They put everything at stake, because those who are conversant with television, they know that the aircraft only take enough fuel to take them to their destination. So if you are taking fuel that will take you to your destination, and that flight is diverted, not by a few kilometers, but by as much as 300 kilometers, what it means that that aircraft can drop in the sky and every occupant of the aircraft will die. So we need that aspect of the Libyan action needs to be addressed. So that's the aspect that has not been done, taken care of. We only look at the sporting aspect, but the more fundamental is the threat to life of Nigerians.
Why do you think, I mean, from your own objective and expert analysis, why do you think they did not order the Libya side to play their 3 games behind closed door?
That was what was recommended by the 9-man disciplinary board of CAF. But CAF, the board itself does not have the power to issue the ruling. because they were composed by the CAF Executive Committee. So whatever finding they must have arrived, they have to pass it for CAF to vet it and then make amendments and before revisit the paper. Just like here in Nigeria, anytime you set up a panel, the panel does not go to the public with its finding. You send your finding to the body that sets up. And it is that body that will now make open the outcome, especially what they always call the white paper. That is based on the recommendations of the panel. The government of the day or the body that sets it up will now come out and say, okay, this is our decision based on the findings of the panel. The panel actually recommended that they should play their next 3 matches behind closed doors, which means the match against Benin in the African Cup of Nations qualifying series, and then 2 World Cup qualifying matches that they have next year in March and also in November. In October, their home matches.
But let's not go to our second major subject. It has to do with the fact that the latest is that the Libyan Football Federation has appealed that decision, that they've appointed a Tunisian lawyer to execute that appeal for them. What do you think might be the outcome of such an appeal?
Naturally, in any endeavor, if you go through any judicial process, if you are not satisfied with a particular ruling, you have the right of appeal. Even if that judgment or the decision has been against Nigeria, Nigeria too will have appealed. But to me, it's just a wild goose chase, because the likelihood of they getting a reversal of that 3 points and forfeiture of match is most likely going to be upheld by the appeals committee if they go through the appeal committee. And even if the appeal committee oppose that, they still have a final leg of taking the issue to CAS, and they will require accelerated hearing on that, because a decision, the qualifiers must emerge by middle of November, so that you now have a 30-month wait for the final tournament itself. Don't forget one fact also, that we have a congested international calendar. To even think of rescheduling the match is, would be a nerve cracking, because where you will have that calendar, because of the 2 teams have international players, and the clubs may not be willing to those players. So there is nothing the Libyans can do, and unfortunately for them too, they are the lower rung of the ladder. So even for them to even think of qualification, they have to win their next 2 matches. And also we hope that Nigeria will give them a helping hand by beating Benin Republic. So it's only that way that they have any arithmetical chance of advancing.
Okay, before I let you go, last question on this issue is what does the table looks like? From the table, we have Nigeria with 10 points right now. What does that show the reality situation that yes, Nigeria is as good as qualifying for the next African Cup of Nations taking place in Morocco? Does the table really give us a proper position that yes, we are good to qualify?
Well, we are the badge of qualification. If we had beaten Rwanda in that match, we would have actually qualified. But arithmetically, we are going to qualify. It's only a matter of position that matters now, to know whether we qualify first in the group or we qualify second. But certainly, having 10 points now, all we need is just 1 point from available 6 in the next 2 matches. So we are almost at the verge of qualification. And if by the next match day, they're able to get a result in the away match with Benin Republic later in November, then their qualification may be assured there. But as it is, the likelihood of qualification looks very, very large.
Yes, thank you very much. And I'm sure this verdict also means that it's a lesson, before I let you go final, it's a lesson for others. Is there a lesson to learn from this? 3.3 goals awarded to Nigeria. Is there any lesson to learn from this?
Yeah, it's a lesson for all, including Nigeria, because all eyes will now be on Nigeria when next we host the team. There have been complaints before that teams always have issues coming to Nigeria, not well received and all those things. South Africa made that complaint when they came for their World Cup qualifying match. And at the same time, the Libyans made that complaint, even though none of those two teams was really tortured the way we were tortured. So the lesson there for us is that we too must now put in place a mechanism that will enable us to receive our teams, visiting teams properly. There's this problem in Africa. Most visiting teams don't disclose their plans. Maybe they all believe, unlike in Europe, where you give your travel plans is so open that it can even be published. Say team A is leaving, spot of departure will be so, and you are scheduled to arrive at so. But in Africa, we always believe that, you need to keep it to your chest, and you only release it to your embassy, which in turn will make arrangements for your logistics and all this. It's not good for us, because that was the complaint that the NFF made when the Libyans arrived. They said they made an arrangement for them to come directly to fly directly to, that they put up immigration services for them there, but they chose to stop in Port Harcourt. And stopping in Port Harcourt, they had the option of, after the immigration procedures, they had the option of flying from Port Harcourt to Uyo, but because it's going to cost them something, they opted to go by road. So that is the excuse given by Nigeria. But when that may not be tenable, because the Libyan episode will always be a recurring one in any discourse of how you treat a visiting team.
Thank you very much, Kunle Soraja, for being part of the show. We appreciate your vast experience on topics like this. Thank you. Hopefully, we'll have you next the next and future to talk much about issues pertaining to the Super Eagles.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We've been speaking with Kunle Soraja. He's one of the most experienced sport journalists in Africa. He has been to almost more than 10 African and World Cup. He has been honored and received everywhere as regards to the world of sport. Away from that, we go straight to what's interesting. On Saturday at the Sports Complex of the University of Lagos, bankers across the globe came together to give themselves something interesting. It is not just about work all the time for them. They had time to participate in several sports that brought about the synergy. And some said, what can you do? All work without no play makes Jack a dull ball. And that's why in the complex on Saturday, several of them came together to really give an account of what we should be expecting, that if you're a banker, does not necessarily mean you cannot participate in sports. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't play chess, you can't play table tennis, you can't play Ludo or any kind of fun. So they gathered together on Saturday to really showcase that there's much more in the world of sport, rather than just banking alone. So we spoke to some of them that participated in that event, and they gave us what the benefits of sport and the corporate world means.
Over the years, the banker grade have come to stay. It has been for creating a work-life balance for staff. The past it as a distraction for where to come together and network and look at how to show their skill, the other skill they have beyond banking. That has provided avenue for us to express themselves. in terms of the skills they have aside the banking skill. Over the year, I think what they are trying to do is to bring people together, let them see that especially the country where there are so many tension everywhere, pressure. Where I see the banker game, as I said, as well as that losing tension, meeting friends, bringing people together, networking, and creating a long life friends beyond the football or beyond the sports that are the games. So that bringing people from different banks together, where we come together to make new friends. I think that is the ultimate. Meaning is secondary.
Bankers Game is an activity, is an event that seeks to promote healthy lifestyle, employee engagement, as well as team bonding. It cuts across different representatives from different banks in the Nigerian banking industry. For one, we have seen an improvement in the lifestyle of members. I'm sure everyone is aware of the story behind bankers are not living healthy because of long sitting hours. We've seen an improvement in that. We have also seen an improvement in the sporting engagement of different persons in the banking industry.
Bankers tend to achieve a whole lot. First is bonding. We tend to meet ourselves. For me, I've made long-lasting friends with other banks, folks from other banks, from Libya, Access, to FCMB. So bonding, basically, exercise. You get to relax. There are a lot of games aside from football. You have some mind games, some board games that you play, and you get to relax yourself. Coming outside from the block, Monday to Friday, really, it's not easy as a banker. But on a Saturday like this or on a Sunday, we come out, we catch fun, we meet ourselves, we enjoy the
corruption not in my country.
Hello, Alhaji. Right now I'm in Abuja. No. Hello? Adamu. Right now I'm in Kano. Yes. When I get back, I will just call you. Look, what is wrong with you? I'm talking on the phone and you are gesticulating and doing. What's wrong with you?
Daddy, where exactly are we as we speak?
Are you alright? This is Lagos.
Well, you just lied to someone that we're in Abuja.
Keep quiet. Who told you you can tell an elderly person is lying?
Daddy, you just lied. And by lying, you're raising corrupt children for the future of Nigeria. That is corruption, not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other Paper Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. It's been interesting moment, and for you to also know that it is not just about work. You need to give time to participate in sport so that you can get many other health benefits on that. And that's all we take on this package. I am Mudashish. It's the same time next week. We'll be giving you all what you need to know in the world of sport. Bye for now.